Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech and Target. Today we will discuss a very interesting problem that is mostly asked in interviews. The problem is sort an array of zeros, ones and twos. Before starting with the video, do subscribe my YouTube channel Tech and Target for more interview problems and do press the bell icon also. Now we'll see a problem statement. Given an array with n objects red, white or blue. Sort them in place so that objects of the same color are adjacent with the colors in the order red, white and blue. Here we will use the integers 0, 1 and 2 to represent the color red, white and blue respectively. Here red will be represented with 0, white will be represented by 1 and blue will be represented by 2. Suppose if we have an example 2021110. Now the desired output will be 001122. Now we will solve this problem using three approaches, that is knife solution, counting sort and Dutch national flag algorithm. First we'll see a knife solution. For knife solution we just simply have to sort an array using sort function. Suppose if we have an array 202110, then after applying sort function, that is after sorting, it becomes 001122 and this is our desired output. The time complexity of this solution is big O of n log n and the space complexity is constant, that is big O of 1. But here if the interviewer asks you to optimize this time complexity, then what will you do? Then we'll apply a second approach, that is counting sort. In counting sort we will traverse linearly and count number of zeros, number of ones and number of twos. Here we have an array 202110. Here in this array the number of zeros are 2, the number of ones are also 2 and the number of twos are also 2. Now we will run the loop 3 times, that is for 0 count, 1 count and 2 count. And finally we will have a desired output, that is 00, 1, 1 and 2, 2. Now we will see the code for this problem. First we'll initialize 3 variables, that is 0 count, 1 count and 2 count. These variables will count the number of zeros, number of ones and the number of twos. Now we'll run a for loop from 0 to the length of the array. In this first we'll put in if condition, that is if the element is 0 then we'll increment our 0 variable. Otherwise if the element is 1 then we'll increment 1 variable, 1 count variable. Otherwise we'll increment 2 count variable. Now we will initialize the variable index equal to 0. Then we'll run a first for loop for 0 count variable and initialize the values with 0. Then we'll run a second loop for 1 count variable and we'll put values 1. Then we'll run a last loop, that is for 2 count and we'll put values 2. The time complexity of the solution is big O of 2n, that is big O of n plus big O of n, big O of 2n. In this solution we have traversed the array 2 times, therefore the time complexity is big O of 2n and the space complexity is big O of 1, that is constant. But here if the interviewer asks you to optimize the time complexity, or if he asks you to traverse the array only one and find the solution, then what will you do? Then we apply next approach, that is Dutch national flag algorithm. If you don't know this algorithm, then don't worry guys, I'll teach you this algorithm, then I'll tell you the implementation of this algorithm. In this algorithm we need to consider 3 pointers, that is low pointer, mid pointer and high pointer. Initially we'll initialize low equal to 0, mid equal to 0 and high equal to n minus 1. So from this diagram you can see that low is pointing to the 0 index, mid is also pointing to the 0 index and high is pointing to the n minus 1 index. This algorithm is divided into 3 sections. First, all the elements from 0 to low minus 1 will be zeros. Second, all the elements from low to mid minus 1 are ones and all the elements from high to n minus 1 are twos. Our algorithm traverse the array from start to end and mid will always be less than or equal to high. If the element is 0, swap the element at index mid with the element at index low and update low by 1 and mid by 1. In this, whenever see an element 0, we just have to swap the element at index mid with the element at index low, and then we'll increment low and mid. Next, if the element is 1, then we'll simply increment the mid pointer by 1. Last point, if the element is 2, then we'll swap the element at index mid with the element at index high, and then we'll update high, that is, we'll decrement the high by 1. Now we'll see an example. Here we have the element at index 2 at index mid is 2. So from last point we can see if the element is 2, then swap the element at index mid with the element at index high. So we are swapping the element at index mid with the element at index high. Then that is array 0 will be swapped with array 4. And then we'll update our high, that is we'll decrement our high by 1, that is high will become 4. Here you can see in the diagram we have swapped 2 and 4 and then we have decremented the high pointer. Now here the element at index mid is 0. Now we'll swap the element at index mid with index low, that is array 0 will be swapped with array 0, and then we'll increment low pointer by 1, that is low will become 0. Low will become 0 plus 1, that is 1, and then we will increment next pointer, that is mid by 1, that is mid equal to 0 plus 1, mid will be 1. Now the element at index mid is again 0, then we'll again swap the element at index low with index mid, that is array low with swap with array mid, array 1 will be swapped with array 1, then we'll increment low pointer by 1, that is low will become 2, and the mid will also become 1 plus 1, that is 2. So here you can see that we are continuously updating our pointers. So you can see from this diagram. Now the element at index mid is equal to 2. Now we'll swap the element at index mid with the element at index high. That is array 2 will be swapped with array 4. Now we'll update our high, that is we'll decrement by 1. That is high will become 4 minus 1, 3. Now we see that is element at index mid is 1. Then we'll simply increment our mid pointer by 1, that is mid will become 3. Again we can see from this example that element at index mid is 1, then we'll simply increment mid pointer by 1, that is mid will become 4. Now in this example element at index mid is 2, but here the condition false, that is mid becomes greater than high, but our condition is valid till where mid is less than or equal to high. So now we'll see the code for this solution. First of all, we'll find the length of this array. Then we'll initialize low pointer, mid pointer and high pointer with 0, 0 and n-1 respectively. Then we'll initialize temp variable with 0 for swapping the elements. Now we'll put our condition in while loop, that is mid pointer will be less than or equal to high pointer. Then we'll put our element at index mid in switch brackets. Then for case 0, we just simply have to swap the element at index mid with the element at index low. So you can see from here, we are first storing our element at index low in temp variable. Then we are storing the value at index low, that is by the element at index mid. Then we'll increment low pointer and mid pointer. Then we'll terminate from this case, that is while using break loop. Then for case 1, we just simply have to increment our mid pointer by 1, that is mid pointer will be incremented, break loop. For case 2, we will simply swap the element with the index mid with the element at index high using temp variable, and then we'll increment our high, then we will decrement our high, that is by 1, and then we'll break from this loop. Now we'll finally print all the elements from 0 to n using this for loop. The time complexity of the solution is big O of n and the space complexity is constant. This solution has been passed in just one pass, and this is the best solution you can present to the interviewer. And even you can present the three of the solutions to the interviewer. So thanks for watching my video. Do like and share with your friends so they can also see the 3 approaches for solving this problem. And if you have any query and doubt, do tell me in the comment section. I'll definitely reply. Till then, stay tuned with Tech and Target for more interview problems. Thank you.